Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with the Wolves reporter, Mr. Timothy Spiers. Tim, we just heard from Nuno ahead of the big game tomorrow night. I say big, it's over, isn't it? Is it over as a tie? 4-0?
Not according to Nuno.
No. We discussed on Facebook Live on Monday about changes and potential team lineups. You suggested 10 changes. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure after that press conference.
No, he won't make 10.
No.
That was just my. If I was in charge.
Okay.
Probably never going to happen.
I reckon 16 to 1 odds.
Unless they were down in like National League North. No, probably lower than that.
Lower than like no. We're talking Sunday League football.
We're talking like Phoenix Club, basically. Like,
yeah, literally. We're talking Champman, aren't we? Really?
Yes, in reality, yes.
Okay.
Nuno's not known for it. I think he made 9 against Leicester in the Carabao Cup last year. 9 changes
and went out.
Yeah, but that's about as strong as he's gone. However, there is a different situation this time in that they're 4-0 up. And they got 5, if they do go through, which of course 99.9% sure that they will go through.
Let's hope so. We'd have booked our flights. We're in trouble.
Then they've got 5 games in 14 days coming up.
Yes.
And not just 5, not just any old games. 5 intense games that they'll want to win all of them. You start with Man United at home on Monday. Huge game. Can't wait for that. Then potentially Torino on the Thursday away from home.
Draw.
Then Burnley at home in the league. And then Torino at home, and then you finish with Everton away. So 5 in 14 days is a lot. And I know that they're in good nick right now, having had an intense early pre-season, but still, this is the only opportunity he's going to get to rest people if he wants to. So I don't know why he wouldn't do that, particularly the likes of Jimenez and Neves, who picked up injuries in recent weeks. Matt Doherty probably needs minutes, but we'll see if he features. Adama Traore needs minutes because he missed last week's game for some reason. But I think there's cases more for saying that the likes of Vinagre, Traore, Saiss, Cutrone, Vallejo, these guys need minutes to be ready for what's going to be a very busy pre-Christmas schedule if they reach the Europa group stage. So they've got to be ready. So it's a good opportunity, I think.
Has this Thursday, Sunday though? I mean, I think that Nuno has been. Maybe even he's been surprised at how well they've adapted. So with that in mind, and with the game against Manchester United being on the Monday, so Thursday to Monday, that's not bad recovery, is it really, if you're thinking about it? And as we all know, Nuno takes it on a game-by-game basis.
Yeah, it does. I think he'll assess everybody individually and say, do these guys need a competitive match to get up to match sharpness? I know he was disappointed with lack of clinical touch from his players on Sunday, so he might want Jota and Jimenez, who both spurned good opportunities in that game, to have what would potentially be a bit of a goal fest if Wolves turn it on. We saw Pyunik last week, no great shakes really. They had a good start to the game, backed by a really passionate home crowd, but you'd expect at Molineux for Wolves to turn them over. You would do, especially if they played their best 11. So he may view it as an opportunity to get his first 11 sharp as hell for Man United at home on Monday. Some good practice in front of goal. So we'll see which route he takes. I suspect it'll be the middle ground and a few changes, but not wholesale.
Yeah, and look, I mean, these players, if you give them the choice between a game and training, and 2 hours training, they want to play in a game, and albeit, okay, the game could be over and it could be pretty of a stroll in the park, but Raul Jimenez, 4 goals in this tournament already. I mean, he maybe wants to be the golden boot in this tournament, and why shouldn't he?
The players will have no qualms in playing. It's whether you want to risk, although Nuno says that shouldn't come into it at all, but it's whether you want to risk them picking up an injury. And like I said, you've got good competitive minutes for some of your fringe players here, if possible, in front of a full house at Molineux. You can give Vallejo his debut at Molineux. And like I said, a full house would be a bit of a nerve-wracking occasion for him, but one to get through. So then if he's called upon on Monday,
for sure,
if Ryan Bennett goes off injured, presumably starts on Monday, then he's ready. And Cutrone as well, for me, 2 substitute appearances. Barely touched the ball in the box. I would say once or twice against Pyunik, and that was it. I don't think he touched the ball in the box against Leicester. That's where we want to see him. And tomorrow night because he's come on late in both games when Wolves have kind of been on the back foot. That won't be the case tomorrow. They'll be attacking a lot, and what a great opportunity for Cutrone to be in and around the box, maybe get his first Wolves goal, confidence up, and all of a sudden, you've got him fit and raring to go for Monday as well. So
you'd expect those 2 to play though, wouldn't you? The 2 if he's going to make changes, Vallejo and Cody.
It's hard to call with Nuno. It's hard to call with Nuno. Like I said, Jimenez and Jota spurned some good chances at the weekend. I wonder if he'll want them in great nick for Monday. But for me personally, I would definitely play Cutrone.
Yeah, he spoke very well about Vallejo as well, and he spoke very warmingly and glowingly. He's obviously adapted pretty well here, and like you say, he could be an important part this season.
They've got a great record of doing that, of their new signings coming in and hitting the ground running and settling well. Last season it was a little bit different with like Dendoncker and to a lesser extent Traore, although he actually started really well, but Dendoncker certainly. So he'll be eased in. Wolves have only got him for a year, so they want to make use of him sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to be waiting until Christmas to blood him like they did with Dendoncker last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. As the rest of them, I'd love to see Pedro Neto get a game tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about injury prevention, but if you're going into that worried about that, you can't really, can you? That's when you do get injured.
Yeah, exactly. And their record with injuries is outstanding. But like I said, ahead of such a big game on Monday, highly anticipated game, they'd love to get their first win against Man United in front of the Sky cameras under the lights. It'd be a great occasion. So if anyone is not 100%, I don't see why you'd risk them.
Doc, do you think he needs some more minutes?
He was struggling a little bit towards the end of the Leicester game on Sunday, so it might be one where you give him an hour and then Traore comes on for half an hour towards the end, or vice versa maybe. So I think 8 days between Leicester and Man United, he's still going to keep sharp. You know, as Nuno said today, although he's been injured in pre-season, he didn't have to have much time off.
Sure.
You know, he stopped full training, but he didn't stop completely, which is why he's still in good shape, and obviously naturally one of the most fittest players at the club anyway, I think. So I'm sure he'll feature at some point tomorrow.
He gets frustrated, you know, when asked about, you know, looking ahead to Manchester United. Of course he has to, but at the same time, do you feel like it's almost like you disrespect the opposition coming to Thursday, and that's why he gets a little bit frustrated with the media sometimes? Because you're talking about the next game, but I mean, 4-0 up, I mean, you've got to have one eye on it. Surely he does.
I think it's more of a focus for his players, and it's a mantra that served them so well over 2 years now, game by game. Every game is important. You take the next game is the most important. You don't look further ahead. That means fewer distractions. There are enough things to distract players, let alone we're thinking about Everton away in 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So it's a mantra that served him very well. He keeps the messages short and simple to his players, and he's not going to change for the media because there's absolutely no advantage to talk about Man United. He can do that after tomorrow's game, can't he? So there's no point in doing it. He doesn't play the media game, and I think that suits him and his squad pretty well, to be honest.
Predizione tomorrow night. Give me 4 guaranteed starters who you think will come in, who didn't play on Sunday, and give me a score prediction.
Well, that's assuming he's going to make 4 changes.
Well, yes, that's very true. Who will be your 4 to come in?
Vinagra's got to play for me.
Agreed.
And I think Spiers needs some football.
Okay.
I would like to see Cutrone start, and Gibbs White as well. I think will be another one. I think a really good opportunity for him.
A good opportunity.
Very good.
Ruddy.
Yeah, he'd be another one. Again, not going to get much football. The Carabao Cup not in until the 3rd round this year.
I know, big boys, eh? Team did well last night. Home soil.
You can't help yourself, can you? I'd play Ruddy as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And prediction, I would say, I mean, they've only conceded 1 goal in the whole of their official pre-season campaign and now competitive football. Don't see that changing. And depends on the team and the atmosphere and the intensity.
Give me a score prediction, man. Give me a prediction. Come on.
3-0, I think.
3-0, really?
Yeah, 3-0.
7 on aggregate.
Yeah.
4 plus 3 plus 7.
Yourself?
2-0. 2-0 and a much changed side. 9 changes. 9 changes. Myself, Mr. Spiers, enjoyed it. She'll be at the game tomorrow night for the build up on this one. Make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.